diamonds dancing on my neck. You clap at the best, got me so impressed. All these diamonds, they look like baguettes. I pull up on next, I got it the best, yeah. Just hop in the ghost now, ay. You driving the boat now. You wanna go high? Tell me, you with the goal? You in the jungle, we slicing their throats. Who want the smoke? I'll let it go. You do it well, giving them hell. You got the bell, and I'm in my prime, winning 09. I know the vibe, and you polite. You look making good to me. I got all these diamonds dancing on my neck. You clap at the best, got me so impressed. All these diamonds, they look like baguettes. I pull up on next, I got it the best, yeah.
Yeah, I'm riding around with my clique. I said hold me down and I'll pull you up, and it's all starting to make sense. I got diamonds on my neck, running up a check, haters all on my dick. So don't try my phone line if it don't sound like this, cause I'm in a vibe. I've been the realest, I know when it got me in line. Couple of bitches pulling up on me on the grass. Finally life in a turn up cause we getting right. Please be advised, we have arrived, give me a vibe.
Look, I need a bitch that can bring me bottles. I've been locked inside and I got guala to blow. My bitch calling models and she got them all in line outside and they gon' park in the road.
All right. Welcome back to Late Nights with All Access. Myself, MikeAnthony. Right next to me, Miss Nat Boogi.
Hey guys.
Miss Nat Boogi.
What's up?
And we're actually in a different location, new location. First time ever, over here at Fuel Feed, our special guest, David. We appreciate you letting us come on by over here. And congratulations. Congratulations, my friend.
Yes, in the making, we finally made it. But we're just getting started.
Now, everyone that's tuning in, please make sure to like, comment, tag your Monday Night Squad, and share, because we have a lot to talk about, especially what happened over the weekend. I want to just say prayers to everyone that was involved in the Astro World Festival. Mm-hmm. That is probably one of the biggest and most talked about topic at this moment, and it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's really, really heartbreaking. I honestly was up till like 6:30 a.m. on Saturday morning, Friday night, after hearing about the news and just doing some research and I was literally like a little investigator on social media, just like looking at all the videos and trying to get as much information about what happened. I think it affected me a little differently than, some people, just because people that personally know me know that I've worked for Mala Luna for years. I worked for Jambalaya, and this is basically the same company that I worked for that through this festival. So it just was heartbreaking to see the tragedy happen, to know, personally know the staff and people that are, now basically being sued for this. And just to see everything that took place that night is very, very heartbreaking. Prayers out to everybody. But yeah, it's just crazy for someone that's been a part of this lifestyle and personally worked for these people to see, what had happened and
what were you doing when you first found out?
I was in my bed drinking wine. I was chilling.
So
Friday
chilling?
night. I was chilling. I was at home Friday. I didn't go out. I was literally drinking a bottle of wine, and I think I was about to pass out. And then the first thing I see was that there was a big presence, emergency, vehicle presence there. And so the first thought in my mind was, oh no, not another shooting, because that's just so fucking common these days, unfortunately, especially in, mass gathering and, big events like that. So that was my first thought. And so as soon as I saw that, I was like, fuck. And then next thing I know, I'm seeing 8 people, at least 8 people dead, and 300 were injured and all kinds of stuff. And then I'm seeing something about, I'm hearing Friday night as I'm reading about this, I'm seeing rumors about people getting injected with stuff.
Really?
Yeah. And then the next day it comes out that one of the security guards apparently got injected. Somebody random went and injected with security guard, like in his neck, like to where he fell unconscious. It was like with fentanyl or something. And so they had to use one of those pens to bring him, to bring, I guess so, it's called Narcan or some shit like that, to bring him back to life. And so I started thinking like, fuck, let me find out that that's why these people passed away, was someone who was just running around injecting fucking people, which to this point, we still don't know exactly what happened. I do know part of it, of course, had to do with the crowd surge and people getting trampled, and you see the videos, and it's fucking heartbreaking. Like, I mean, I can only imagine the people that were actually there personally witnessing this, because just watching the videos, seeing dead bodies on the floor and people performing CPR in the middle of a fucking music festival, like, I can't imagine. Like, it fucked me up seeing it, the videos of it. So I can't imagine the people that were there, which actually had some people that I personally know that were there witnessing this stuff. And it's just a very traumatic experience and thing to witness and just to happen, period. So, prayers out to everybody, man. It's very sad to hear. And now you're hearing about, all the lawsuits, and Travis Scott and Drake are being sued, and I don't know. It's heartbreaking.
Well, they did say that they would go and actually pay for their burials.
Yeah. So I mean, Travis Scott, he did come out saying he'll pay for the funerals.
And everyone's getting refunded?
Everyone's getting refunded. It came out today that they are going to be issuing refunds for everyone that held tickets. And it's a very, very sad situation. And you start seeing everyone's, all these conspiracy theories of, demonic stuff, and which I understand where they're coming from, because in Hollywood you do start seeing a lot of this shit and hearing about people, selling their soul, all that. I'm not going to go too far into detail because I just don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know what the fuck happened, but
I'm just trying to figure out, where was the security at?
I
mean, when you hold a festival with that amount of people, right? You gotta have some kind of number behind how many people that you need to secure that and facilitate it so it's safe, like something, right?
No,
like,
you're right about that.
What if it's a fire? Like, how do we exit this place without killing each other, right? Like, it's kind of like, not basic, but something that should have been structured into the whole getting however many people. I mean, it's a couple thousand people there.
Yeah, there's at least 50,000, and I actually watched. It's a lot of people. If you saw the pictures and the videos of that crowd, it's crazy. I mean, Travis Scott has a cult-like following, where these kids basically worship him. You know what I mean? So
that's insane. How people get to that level.
Yeah, but I mean, this new generation.
Hey, I mean, look at Woodstock. Woodstock was the same thing.
Yeah, Woodstock was. But that's chill though, man.
They were, but I mean, you had a lot of those people.
They were high.
But they were calm. They were cool. We couldn't run.
Yeah,
they were more chilled.
Yeah,
I was watching the press
70s and 80s
and
90s are the best decades.
I agree.
And they did release the numbers of the amount of police that they had out there, the amount of security they had out there, the amount of medical staff that they had out there. They did release the numbers, and it was a high number. Obviously, it wasn't enough for the size of the the people, the crowd that they had. But I did see one story from it was like a nurse or someone that actually ended up passing out, and when she came to, she started performing CPR on people, and she was noticing that the medical staff that they had on site didn't really know what they were doing and weren't really performing CPR the right way, or didn't have all the necessary equipment on hand to help in this type of situation. And so there's just a lot that went into it that it's really hard to speak on when you weren't there, and we just don't know all the facts.
Well, maybe this brought awareness, so now later in the near future we can prevent things like this from happening.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely brought awareness. I honestly, I don't know what the future holds for music festivals and for these kind of events with what's going on just in the world period these days, but especially such a tragedy like this. Like, I don't know what the future holds for that, especially after COVID. I personally know this company that I worked for, they couldn't do anything during COVID. People were out of jobs. And for this to be the first like really big festival to come out after COVID,
right. And then it's like kind of ruined almost.
Yeah, it is ruined. But the thing is that you can't, us people have to just be more aware, and then just, the security, like you said, there has to be, the thing is that it'd be different if this was his first time around, and this isn't his first time around, and this is not Live Nation's first time around, it's not Scoremore's first time around. It's just there was something that was not, they weren't paying attention, and it's sad because it ended up to being really huge. You have Texas attorney Thomas J. Henry that filed on Sunday against both of the rappers, and it's in behalf of the attendee the girl that was, I guess she's 23 and she's from Austin, Texas. So they're seeking more than $1 million in damage. So, but you know what's so crazy is that I don't really follow Travis Scott, but I was seeing people were talking about, like, I guess a pair of Jordans or something like that, or something happened to where he actually went into the crowd to go get them or something like that because he was pissed. But then people are saying, like, hey, people are dying and you're just still singing like there's nothing.
Yeah, I guess he had stopped the show because somebody, when he was crowd surfing or something, took his shoe.
Yeah.
So he stopped the show to get his shoe back.
back.
Yeah.
He didn't stop it.
Yeah.
When people are getting trampled and carried
Right.
out of the
Yeah.
crowd and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So.
And that is crazy, you know? Or well, you think it's just too noisy that he didn't pay attention, you know?
I think
Like,
part of it
'cause
too is
the lights, the production, the sound, you know, they have their earsets on, so like could you really say like he actually knew everything? And then from going from where he's at to seeing the crowd, seeing all commotion, you can't really, I mean, I'm not saying anything like
no,
but-
that's what I was saying too, because from that point of view, there's only so much you can see that what's going on. Also, people passing out at festivals is a known thing,
Yeah.
especially if you're in
Yeah.
that area. If you're in the
Right.
mosh pit, if you're in GA, if you're in the
Dehydrated,
front,
yeah.
you've been standing there for hours to even
you
get
gotta
to
exercise,
that
you
spot.
gotta be training for that
Oh yeah,
shit.
yeah. You jump.
But
Yeah.
also, people
And you've
passing
been
out.
drinking. You've been drinking
Exactly.
alcohol,
Yep.
so you're very dehydrated.
Some of them are on drugs.
Yeah,
like
all-
sometimes
yeah.
it's hot outside, so it's a known thing. So for him to not stop the show because he saw a kid getting passed around because it looked like he probably fainted. He doesn't know if in fact that person
Is dead.
is dead or not. It looks like he just fainted. Is he expected to stop the show for 50,000 plus people when it looks like someone just fainted, which is enormous. It happens all the time. If you go to music festivals, that happens all the time. And then also, if you go to music festivals, if you get into that area, it's the mosh pit area. That's what it's called, the mosh pit area. So you're putting yourself in that.
That doesn't
area.
even sound like fun. I mean, like, come on, mosh
I refuse
pit.
to. I'm too old for
What?
that shit. I don't got time for
Those
the
two
crowd.
words together
I
don't
gotta
even
breathe.
sound like a good time.
Yeah,
No,
but, I mean,
it sounds like a little small spot that you get.
it's like,
Have you been in
You
a
don't
mosh
have a
pit?
fit. No.
I'm good on that. I've seen
I
them.
like to have.
I've-
I like
from far
room. I
away.
like elbow room.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I like
me
elbow
too.
room. I like elbow room.
Exactly. So I don't know. There's just a lot I think that's still not known. And it just people are literally arguing with each other on social media about what happened, and it's like y'all weren't even there. Like we still don't even know all the facts
Yeah,
to be arguing with each other about it. I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
that is true. Those are facts. And you
But-
know what? Shout out to DJ Richie Rich. We appreciate you tuning in. And he was asking, were people really injected?
That's what I'm waiting to
I'm
find
trying to
out
find
if
that
that was
out,
really
too.
a
Yeah.
thing. Because I heard that.
That sounds
I
like it
heard
could
that
have
too.
been
That's
staged.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like
exactly.
sounds
Someone
like
planned
something
that.
could have been staged.
Yeah.
And that's what I was wondering too. Did someone decide to not go the mass shooting route and do something different with mass
It's
injections?
2021.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's fucking evil and it's
I'm
sad
surprised
as
we still
fuck.
got daylight savings. I thought COVID was going to say, not this year, y'all. Shit,
Right.
I ain't getting no
This
damn.
reset everything.
Yep. He's like, not this year.
Hey, did y'all remember when it was 1999 and we didn't know if it was going to make it to 2000?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was going out buying all that water.
We talked
Oh,
about
yeah.
that.
And nothing happened.
Everybody, water,
Well,
salt,
I bought
garlic,
so much
everything.
water.
Everybody buying
Just
everything.
swimming in that water.
Yeah.
Richie Rich in response, I honestly heard that as a rumor before any of that even came out. I heard that as a rumor and was reading it on people's posts that were there Friday night as I found out about this. And then the next day is when the story came out about the security guard was injected with something. So that's
Oh,
why
wow.
I'm still trying to
That's-
figure out what did cause all these people to have cardiac arrest, especially people that I know that were personally there, literally watched people dropping left to right. So when I brought up the whole injection, they were like, honestly, that would make sense for what I witnessed happening. But I don't think they've actually done all the autopsies yet to actually find the exact cause of death. But I mean, I don't know.
All we know is that there's going to be a lot of things unfolding for the next few days.
Yeah.
So by next week, we'll probably have some more to share and talk about. But there was a lot of things that happened over the weekend. We had the Canelo fight. We had the UFC fights. You had daylight savings. I mean, like people got that extra hour to party. There was an art show that we attended over the weekend at Lucky's Ice House.
forgot about that.
There was so many things that happened over this past weekend. David, what's your typical weekend like? I mean, you were getting ready and prepared for your new opening over here. So what was your weekend like?
The weekend's normal, no different from the weekday. We're open Monday through Sunday, and every day is the same day. We wake up motivated and we get her done. But if you want specifics, we wake up in the morning and we turn the stove on, and then when we turn the stove on, then we get ready to start making the food. And then we got to make sure that we service the people, because we have so many people that are out here that are in need of a transformation, but they're really in need of what we call wellness.
Nice.
And that's what we do every day, Monday through Sunday, 24
So this
hours
weekend,
of the
you're
day.
just getting all ready.
Every weekend, it's the same way.
You ever go out, have fun? Sometimes.
So my fun, I'm a nature guy. I like
There you go.
doing nature. You know, I like to go out and see things and sightsee. I like food. I'm a foodie. I'm a food buff. But going out, I don't really do going out just because, you know, I try to stay away from negative environments. Not
There you
saying
go.
all environments are negative, but, you know, we try to prevent situations like this situation that we just dealt with, right? Those 8 people, unfortunately, they're not here with us, but had they would have stayed home, they probably would have still been here with us.
That's true.
And not saying you should be scared. COVID has us scared enough, right? Everybody's able to come out of their homes, and they're not feeling like a cage animal, right? You get to move around and get things done like real people, normal people. So now we're able to actually get that, what I call that electricity back, you know, where we actually can communicate with each other.
Yeah.
And that's what we do every day here. I mean, it's simple stuff. It's simple stuff. But it's something that we have to do day in and day out, because it's a lifestyle. It's not a fad. You know, it's like brushing your teeth in the morning. It's necessary.
Yeah.
But
Some people don't even do it right, but they.
Well, some people got.
They
Everybody got their own method to their madness.
Yeah.
But no, it's a lot of work. We're open now. It's all worth it. The shack is gonna be a beacon of light for a lot of people. I mean, I've been saying it since the beginning. I'll say it until we have very many. But at the end of the day, that's what it's here for. It's here to show people what they could be, you know, give you the reality of life, right? That mirror effect where you can actually see what you look like beneath all that, you know, stuff that you don't like, and give people confidence. That's what we lack.
I like that.
Your weekend, Miss Nat Boogie?
Oh man, my weekend was cool and weird. Friday I chilled at home and was doing with all the Astroworld stuff. Saturday I
Use the
decided
mic,
to go
David.
out.
Use the phone, the phone thing. There you go. There you go, man.
Saturday I decided to go out. We actually went to go watch the fights. We went to Smoke.
There you go.
So they were showing both of the fights.
Smoke
So we
Barbecue Sky
watched-
Bar.
yeah.
Shout out to Adrian.
Usman won the UFC fight. Canelo won the boxing fight. So we did that. Then we went to On the Rocks. Shout out to Scott Maloof. He was out there.
Scott Maloof.
Yeah. So we were on the Rocks. So we enjoyed the extra hour of partying. So that was fun.
Nice.
And then yesterday, I just chilled. I went to Babcock Social for a little bit, and then I finished my night at Hills and Dales. And unfortunately, I experienced a little racism last night. That kind of it kind of fucked me up.
What happened?
Today.
I want to know about that.
So I'm mixed. I'm black
We both
and white.
black and Italian.
I'm
Splash
black
team.
and white. Yep. So
Splash team.
I-
That's right. You get a little splash of this and a little splash of that.
Yeah.
Splash team.
I like that because I still don't know. I don't know what all I really am. So
Me
I
neither,
like
don't
that.
I got a little
Everybody
splash
else.
too,
I
y'all.
like that.
We just
I like
splashing
that.
it.
So this guy and out of all people, it was a black guy too.
Really?
Yes, he comes up to me. We're kind of like, catch each other's eyes or whatever. So he just comes up to me and grabs my hair. He just puts his hand in my hair and feels my hair. And he goes, "Are you Dominican or Puerto Rican?" And I'm like, "No." And he goes, "Oh, you're black and white, huh?" And I'm like, I nod my head yes. And he just like, and just like walks away. And I was so fucking surprised and shocked that I just heard this, especially from a black man out of all people.
Right.
Like, seriously? And so
Did you tell me you wasn't a mannequin? You don't just be running up on people unless they mannequins and
I
running
don't-
your fingers
like, I
through
don't
people's
understand-
hair like that's not polite.
I don't understand why he thought that was okay. Like any of it.
No,
Like
that's not
I've
polite.
never in my life, I've experienced racism before, not like that to where someone felt it was okay to just touch my hair and not
Right.
from a black man.
Yeah.
That just really fucked me up. So this morning I had really bad anxiety. I kind of broke down and I did a whole Facebook post. Thank you so much to everyone that reached out to me. I really appreciate it. But I kind of did more of the Facebook post to show people, it's okay to not be okay. We were talking about that earlier, and you know, mental health is a very important thing, and a lot of
absolutely.
people, you know, I'm the positive person. I'm always the happy person. I'm the person that everyone comes to when they're going through shit. But I gotta let people know, you know, I deal with this shit too. Like, you're not alone. Like, I have mental health issues just like, you know, other people, and there's a lot going on in the world period right now. But especially going through stuff like that on top of everything else, it kind of got to me. But I mean, I'm only human, just like everyone else. And tomorrow is a new day, and hopefully I'll wake up feeling better, which I'm sure I'll be
Fuck
good in the
that
next
guy.
couple days.
Yeah, shame on that man. Shame on that man.
A punk ass.
Never in my entire life have I
Shame that
experienced
man.
something like that. I was so shocked, but I mean,
You know what? It's crazy because you never know when you're gonna experience it, and you hear about stories like this, and you think, hearing them, like, I wish someone would say something to me or something like that. But then when it happens to you, you just like,
you don't
did
understand.
he really say
the
that? Did he really do that?
effects.
Like, did that really just
It's like a
happen?
movie, right?
Like,
Yeah.
what in the world? Like, which is crazy because, so over the weekend, I was in a little scuffle incident at the art show. So before the art show actually happened,
Who you fighting?
this is crazy. So I can't give details like names and all that. If the person wants to give out the names, that's fine. But two individuals, a woman and a man, were really drunk and were saying some nasty things about the person that was hosting the event, right? And so they were like, well, we want to get them out. So, but there's no bouncers or security. So I was like, oh, I'll just do it. You know, I was like, it's like an older Mexican, but he's like one of those true Mexicans. Like when you're drunk, they're going to be like all up in your face, ghetto as shit, like aggressive. And I know that type, you know? So I was like, okay. And then you saw him yelling and screaming at people, and every guy was just like kind of standoffish and like kind of moving away because he had a beer in his hand and you just don't know what he's going to do. So I go in there, I was like, hey, sir, I was like, I think it's enough for y'all. Go ahead and just, y'all going to have to leave. And he looks at me and goes, who the fuck are you? I was like, whoa. I was like, look, man, I was like, I'm just being calm with you. I was like, you don't have to get all rowdy, man. I was like, just get your, like finish your drink. I was like, just go. I was like, you good. He's like, you fucking work here? I was like, yeah, I work here. And then he was just like, well, I want my car back. I'll get you your car back. Well, I paid $20 to get in. I'll get you your $20. I want it right now. I was like, I'll get you right now. I was like, let's just go. No, man. And he's like, gets closer to me. I was like, look, man. I was like, you do not want to do this right now, man. And like, had words, but the thing is like, it caught me off guard because I was like, it's happening. Like, I'm sober. Imagine if I was drunk. I'm like, no, I'm sober. But like, it got so heated to where he was gonna try to hit a girl, and so
he was angry.
Yeah, he was angry.
And
So and he didn't even know the
aggressive.
person either, and that's the sad thing about it. So I had to grab him
Bad combination.
physically.
drunk.
I had to
drunk.
I had to physically grab him and escort him out as if I was a bouncer. And then like after people get in between us, he wants to get brave. I was like, boy, you just threw your ass out and you want to get all. I was like, I'm
Just
over
take
this.
him with you next time. Nobody's gonna fuck with him.
No,
No,
I'm the small fry in the box.
It's just crazy how people act and react and stuff like that. But you just don't know what, like
Exactly.
when you're in a situation and it's unexpected, you're just like, did that really happen?
Yeah.
Like, did that really happen? But other than that incident, the art show that we went to at Lucky's Ice House, shout out to the San Antonio Art Celebration. Fabian was there. He actually had some really good art. He had like
dope.
Pablo Escobar, Al Pacino, The Godfather. I wanted all three of them. I said, hey, give me all three. He was like, I don't know what to price them yet. I was
Really?
like, damn. I was like, will you figure that out? I want all three.
Yeah.
But his art was really good. And then there was another artist there, and she was actually, what do you call it? A mural, right? Right. And she was doing that like real time, and she made this really nice mural of wings so that people could actually take pictures and stuff like that. Her name's Charlene. And then Melissa's the one who hosted, so shout out to Melissa. She did a great job, first one, and it was just really good, different experience being like in a kind of in that environment, And then after that, went to Hotel Discotheque, get that extra hour. It was just nuts. It was just crazy. So it was a good time. And then shout out to Toy. He's actually on behind
Famo.
behind the camera.
What's up, Famo? Back there hiding behind the scenes.
You know what? Toy's the one who reached out and said, "Hey, you know what? We want to go ahead and get get David on, and can we go ahead and do this and that?" Chopped it up with him. Said, "Yes, of course, man. Got nothing but love." But my party buses were out. They went to Austin. Wars Fest was happening. Wars Fest is still happening.
Oh, how was that? Did
So
y'all go?
we didn't go to Wars Fest this weekend, but we're gonna go this last Sunday.
Okay.
So we're gonna get the party buses together to go last Sunday. If you're looking to go to Wars Fest, it's all week long, so all the way until Sunday. But I mean, it was this weekend was just a lot of fun. A lot of things that happened, unfortunately, but overall for me, I mean, my weekend was good. Now, we are here because of you and because of your new shop. And, you know, one of the things I wanted to ask you before we take a break was, how long have you actually been in the fitness and health industry?
So I started at the age of 14. I've been doing it for about 20 years. I'm 34 years old. I started in the training field first. You know, like most people, kind of pick up where you left off.
Mm-hmm.
Played high school football, went to college, did a little bit of that. And then what happened with me, I ended up going through a heart situation where I was born with a heart condition, and it had gotten so bad to where like my heart just got really, really bad. They wanted to give me a heart transplant. And this is like when I was like 20 or something like that.
Oh, wow.
So I ended up coming back home from school, not to go back to school, right? So I get the surgery, and then I get into more of the nutrition side because now I'm on all these like pills and medications, and I'm restricted, right? I gotta eat a certain diet. I can't move so far. I can't lift any weights. Can't do nothing. So activities have been restricted. Movement and all that stuff has been lost, right? So we go through that phase. And then I realized, like, wow, man, I don't really want to take all this stuff, right? Like, it's synthetic, you know, stuff that I don't want to have to be on forever. Not only that, I'm like 20 years old, who wants to feel like an old man at the age of 20.
That's crazy.
So, long story short, I got into nutrition. Got into phytonutrition, actually. Phytonutrition is plant-based, basically. You know, not saying I got away from meats, but I just started restricting a lot of things and then watching what I was eating. Of course, hydration is very, very key. A lot of people cut out that water, and it's like, I mean, the human body's made of just 3 simple things: carbs, fats, proteins, and lots of water. So, I got into phytonutrition. So when I got into phytonutrition, that just led me into, you know, biochemistry, you know, started researching about just, you know, things on a cellular level. Like, how does this really, really line up? How does it really make sense? Then once we were able to realize that, it just opened up the door to really understanding people's genetic makeups. And once we understood it, we couldn't misunderstand it. So now, you know, 20 years later, here I am, and we got a health shack, and we got a movement. You know, I call it Fuel Feed Nation because it's bigger than me. You know, it's about everybody else that's, you know, contributing and want to be a part of this, because this is something that we need, not something that we want or desire. You gotta have it, whether you believe it or not. I look at it like this: you're gonna pay now, you're gonna pay later. The now is fun. The now is right now. The now is this is what we're doing. The later is, you know, we don't know. We don't know how long. We don't know how much, right? And so, in my opinion, it's a field that is not exposed enough. It's a field that's kind of desensitized, if you ask me, because, you know, you got big conglomerate companies. They want to overshadow things, and they want to keep us, you know, on medicine. They want to keep us sick. They don't want to keep us awake. They want to keep us asleep. And when I say that as far as I talk to doctors, and you got a lot of doctors that are encouraging eating healthy, you know, living better, you know, exercising, you know, watching what you're putting in your body. And then you got other physicians, they'll say, hey, well, no, you just need to take this pill.
Yep.
So, you know, each is his own. I'd rather do it naturally, organically, you know.
That's amazing. That is, because I always look at, you know, it's so crazy because you have so many different ways of like nutrition. Like, you hear so many different ways, and you hear like, oh, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this.
Right.
And you're just like, sometimes it can be confusing, you know, and then also bodies, you know, are different from each other. So it's like, what is really good with what you're doing and what you're taking, but you doing organically I think that's always the best option, you know?
I mean, that's where we come from, you know?
Right.
You don't see a baby eating a cheeseburger. You're gonna give him, nuggets.
That is true.
I mean, hey, if I started off like this, I mean, I kind of want to, end up on the same note, or at least like still stay on the track. I don't want to like derail the train, And that's my thing. It's not saying that we need to abolish having fun and we need to not cheat every now and then. I love Taco Bell. That's my thing, right? But it's not something
I
that
do too. That's
Taco
People
Bell.
always talk shit about
I love
Taco Bell. I'm like, I
and,
hit that
and
shit
people
up,
say
like,
it's
what's
just
the
so shitty and nasty, but in my opinion,
Taco Bell Sunday.
I
Sunday
love
Taco Bell.
and when
Those
I wanna
49
cheat,
cents tacos.
Oh my God, I'm getting 20 of them. I
drown that
smack
shit in
20
the
of them.
sauce,
What?
man.
Oh my goodness, dripping
So
through the
glad you
city.
understand me.
Yeah, look. But no, yeah, I mean, but it's not something that we want to do every single day, 3 times out of the day. Like, you want to put more good things in your body than you're doing poor things.
That is
It's
true.
just like put it this way. So you got a filthy, dirty tank of water. God bless you. God bless you, true. You got a filthy tank of water, and you want to clean this water out, but you can't dump none of the water that's currently in it out. How are you going to clean that water out?
Interesting.
By pouring clean water in it until it just continuously filters all the old bad water out. And that's what we're not doing as humans. We absorb so much, we do so much in this one body that we get. It's like you getting one car and it has to last you your whole life. It's like getting a pair of tennis shoes and you gotta make them last you your whole life. You can't scuff them, you can't tear them up, because once you're out of them, you're out of them. And that's how this body is. Like, once you tear it up, like with me, my heart condition, right? I have to do things differently because the damage that's been caused is nothing that can be reversed. I just can stop it at that point, so it doesn't get any worse. And that's kind of like where we at as a country. The damage that's been caused, right?
Let's not talk about the damage of the. We go on and on with that one.
Right, we can talk
I'll
about-
go on and on with that one.
But now it's like
Gas prices.
now it's time to move forward, right? And
Yes.
it's time to rebuild. It's time to recover. It's time to restore. It's time to repair.
Time to get Sleepy Joe out the office,
It's time for that, right?
What? What did you say? That's funny.
Do not get started on
I know, right? My bad. It's not that kind of show. But yes, let's go.
Do we need to take a break or no?
Yes, actually, we do
so
need
I
to
know
take a
if I
look.
can start going.
Yeah, I know, right? Actually, all the information that you're sharing is really informative. But we are going to take a little quick break. Don't go anywhere. And when we get back, we're going to actually get more information on the store, the shop. Today was the grand opening.
Soft opening. Waiting for the mayor to come out. Cut the red ribbon.
See, look at that. It's going to be a lot of
We
fun.
want to do it nice.
So we're going to do it nice over here. So don't go anywhere. We're going to take a small little break, and we'll be right back with you guys.
I got all these diamonds dancing on my neck. You clap it the best, got me so impressed. And all these diamonds, they look like baguettes. I pull up on next, I got it the best, yeah. Just hop in the ghost now, you driving the ball now. You wanna go high? Tell me, you with the goal, you in the jungle, we slicing their throats. Who want the smoke? I'll let it go. You do it well, giving them hell. You got the bell, and I'm in my prime, waiting on 9. I know the vibe, and you polite. You look making good to me. I got all these diamonds dancing on my neck.
And we are back. We are back. That's a good thing that you called. You said that was your mama?
That's my mama.
Mama on the
so
break,
cute.
giving him a call.
That's
Cherish those moments.
You got to. You only get one. You better take care of that one.
Amen to that. Not gonna.
So I want to go back to what you were talking about, what you put in your body and the effect it can have on you compared to this prescription medication, this whole industry.
Oh my God.
That they're doing, because I watched a while back What the Health, that documentary What the Health.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
You haven't seen? Okay, you
I
should
need
watch
to
it,
see
because
it,
everything
yeah.
you're talking about
Netflix?
is talking about it. Yeah.
I'm watching that tonight.
So it's called What the Health, but they're talking about all these people that have these crazy, like they have cancer and diabetes, like all kinds of diseases,
Right.
and all this medication that they're on for these diseases, and they turn and change their diets into a plant-based diet.
That's what.
And by the end of the documentary, it's showing you, well, these people have been eating plant-based diets for this amount of time and they haven't had to take one pill since.
See?
And the effect that it can have on your body. So there was actually a while where I was pescatarian, so we would do our shows at restaurants, and I could only eat, I could only eat seafood or veggies. Like I'm not eating meat for that reason, because I watched What the Health and I saw the shit that they're putting in the meats and the hormones that they're injecting,
It's
all this shit
ridiculous.
with to make it bigger, and the fucking shit that's in dairy, like in
Oh my
milk
God.
that they're allowing to
Most
come
people
out. Like, I
don't know 98% of Americans cannot digest dairy. And that means that the body will not absorb it. What it's saying is that you put it in me doesn't mean that I'm going to accept it. I'm going to find it to be foreign. And then that's why people bloat. And it's because it's the body's way in responding and saying, nah, I'm not feeling this. Or like you get a rash, right? It's on the outside of the skin to show you that there's an indication that something's going wrong on the inside of the body.
It's interesting.
That is interesting.
I could talk about this shit for hours. Or
Me
like
too.
Learn about
No,
it.
because it's like you get older, like you look at milk. Like we're drinking
I love
milk.
milk. I
We're
used to
drinking
drink
milk.
it
We're
like
drinking milk from a
crazy.
cow. Like you telling me a cow? Humans are drinking milk from a cow. Like like when you get older, like me, I was thinking about. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Why are we drinking
Why are we
milk
drinking milk
from a
from a
cow?
cow?
Like like
Almond milk all day.
Oh my God.
I drink some almond milk.
I do
Oat
almond milk all day.
Oh,
I haven't
almond
touched
milk, yeah.
I haven't touched milk from a cow. in
You don't
but
need
I
it.
still
You
like
don't need it.
like I don't know why. I like milk. I don't give a fuck.
I like cereal,
I love cereal.
but
I love
it's
sweets.
kind of hard to eat the cereal with because it doesn't have that same.
Yeah.
But when you see that the milk will actually uncover the buried treasure that most men look for, and that is your six pack, you leave milk alone.
Oh shit! I didn't know
It
that.
bloat. Look, I can eat. I got a six pack all day long, even sitting down in a chair. But if I eat a bowl of ice cream, it's going away like this.
Really?
I eat ice cream every night.
Oh, stop!
That's why you don't have a six pack.
You get some. Somebody get this man some sherbet.
I got a 4-pack, y'all.
I can make some.
Now it
sorbet,
makes
some
all
Italian ice
sense.
cream.
That's right. Now I eat one sweet per day,
Oh, that's not bad.
so I try to eat healthy throughout the day, and then I also try to eat. But I love my sweets, so I eat one sweet per day.
That's not really bad.
Yeah,
though.
it's not
I mean,
bad,
you
right?
could be glycogen loaded.
But I drink a lot of water.
That's
I do
good.
cardio every day. I mean, but I do want to get better at eating healthy. So over here, what kind of services would we be able to do?
So here, not only do you get really good quality, healthy food. And when I say healthy food, I don't mean like it's not any different from any other restaurant quality food. It's just prepared healthy. We don't use butters and creams, right? That's more like French cuisine. We use more of like rustic spices and actual get in there and use real food, right? We don't have to worry about preservatives because we want to actually serve the person right now. But here, not only will you get really good, flavorful, fun food, you're going to get it prepared to the portions that you ought to be getting. When we were small, they gave us all standard trays, and each one of those trays had little holes in it, right? And those meant something. You would see the portion would be a lot bigger for the protein than it would be for the fruit, correct? And that was a balanced plate. So when we look at our plate as humans, right, and adults, right, it's the same thing. Our plate has to make up proteins, fats, and carbs. That's what people call macronutrients. All we're talking about are sources of energy. So what we're getting at is the fact that we want to make sure that we're getting the proper amount. So when you get a plate of food from me, I'm not slopping it in there where you're eating for 2 or 3. I'm giving you sustenance, a sustainable amount of food to sustain your body, your machine, fuel you through the day, throughout the day, so that now your body and your machine, but your metabolism, they run balance, homeostasis. And that's what we do here. That's why when I get a person to come and eat food and they say, hey, I want to lose a little weight, I tell them you don't have to work out. You just come and eat my food and you stay consistent with the regimen and the plan. And that's what it boils down to, because we overeat.
Yep.
You can go right now and order a plate of food from any place, any restaurant, and it could be high end. They're going to give you enough food for 2 people. Here's the thing. You're asking yourself, well, what does that mean? Well, calories, right? We're getting an awful load of more calories than what we need. Standard, we need 2,000. But we go over that. That's how we gain weight. Mm-hmm. The biggest thing about the portions, though, is it stretches your stomach out. Yep. So now it requires you to eat more food. And what we're talking about is key ingredients that stimulate and suppress appetite. So a lot of people don't know this. It's called krillin. Krillin is a stimulant. It's a natural hormone that will secrete through the body and tell you, hey, I need to eat. And then lectin is the opposite of that. It'll tell you like, I'm not really hungry. Well, as your stomach is being stretched over and over because you're eating more food, then that's how you get to be 300 pounds overweight, obese. Mrs. Jones is suffering from high blood pressure, hypertension, coronary disease, diabetes, which is type 2, something that you can fix, and osteoporosis because her BMI is outrageous and she's just overloading her skeletal system with too much weight. And we wonder how it started. And where do we begin? And it's all with the food.
Mm-hmm. It's what you're putting into your body.
It's what you put in your body.
And these chemicals, like restaurants like McDonald's, for instance,
the
McRib and all the shit that they put in their food. And I'm like, how are they even allowed to first serve that to human beings to ingest?
To FDA.
And then it's just like they continue to, though, even though they know, like it kind of, I guess it's kind of like an addiction too, I think, at some point that needs to be broken. I will admit that I'm addicted to food sometimes. I feel like I get it.
We ought to be that. We need it to live. We really need it to live.
But that's what a lot of people don't. I realized that I learned on that documentary that I was telling you about, that a lot of these health issues, you're doing the damage yourself by what you're feeding and putting into your body. And a lot of this food isn't stuff that's meant to be put into your body. It's just a lot of these restaurants are still able to serve this shit. Doesn't mean it's good for you.
No, 100%. A lot of people don't even know what a GMO is. You know, they don't know what preservatives really are. They've heard of them, but they've never really like looked at it and like, wow, the fact that I'm actually about to eat something that has something inside of it that's not really actual, like real.
Yeah.
Like it's man-made, it's fake, it's there to keep this to last longer, but I'm putting that into my body.
Yep.
You know, and then I'm going to do it over and over and over and over and over and over a long period of time. And then I'm wondering why I'm suffering from situations and conditions and ailments. But it all stems back to what we put in our bodies.
I remember Googling a while back what is in the McRib, and one of the ingredients is the same oh, for real?
I mean, it's mechanically separated, like it's like whatever they put in that thing.
One of the ingredients is the same chemical or same material that they use to make yoga mats.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Which, if you think about the consistency of a McRib,
well, it's kind of rubbery, right? Now that you think about it, it is flexible.
I've never had a McRib.
Really, I like them. I used to like them.
I took a bite.
I have never,
what the fuck
ever,
I used to like them.
have ever had a McRib.
I guess they're back out right now because I've been seeing it on Facebook. That's why I'm bringing it.
Am I the only one that has never had?
You probably don't want one now.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
And if we did,
no, there's a lot. You know what? There's a lot of fast food chains that I have never tried, like
really
In-N-Out.
You're not missing out on it.
Never
had an In-N-Out.
You ain't missed nothing after that.
Carl's Burgers when they were
Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr. or something like that.
You need to go to Chester's.
I'd never.
Chester's cheeseburger.
Damn,
Chester's.
I haven't had Chester's.
Wow.
I-10 and Wurzbach.
You are missing.
Is that what that one?
Yeah.
I-10
They got
and
I-10 Wurzbach.
Yes. Okay. I have that one. That one's good.
Oh yeah,
Chester's
are
good. Yeah.
I like that cheeseburger.
You're gonna make me want to eat a burger now.
Oh, it's making me hungry.
I like burgers too.
I do like burgers.
Okay, so for you being really fitness and nutrition, do you eat a real burger or do you eat a vegan burger?
No, I eat a real burger. I mean, I eat real food. But see, one thing with a person, everybody's genetically different.
Yeah, that's true.
So with me, right, I fast all the time. I go months with fasting. Most people couldn't. Months where I fast, only eat one time a day.
See, I do that.
Fasting.
Well, I wait all day till 10 o'clock and I have my one meal.
Yeah, that's what I do.
That's interesting.
So
I do that, and that's not because I want to
before.
fast. It's because I just so busy.
Yeah.
Like I don't have time to.
It's good for
eat. Like I eat one meal sometimes out of the day.
That's good, but you got to get the body of your dreams before you eat like that, because you will only maintain your size. Yeah.
That's where I did it wrong.
I like my body, so
I love this body. I love it. I want to keep it this way. I won't eat anything. No, you keep it. Just water, please. Just a little bit of lemon.
Nat Boogie's like, wait, I've been doing that.
Because I've looked into the intermittent fasting before, but I was like, I felt better, but I didn't feel like I was really like losing weight.
We
but I
did
guess
that.
that makes
Well, you have
sense.
to, yeah.
I gotta
We did that as kids.
first and then do it.
I got you.
That makes sense.
We
Good
did
to
that
know.
as kids, but we were just poor, so we didn't know that.
Right, but you're ripped up. You look like you want to throw through some glass. Cut up. Spider-Man.
Do you ever juice?
I love juicing.
I used to juice like the 3-day.
But you're gonna lose weight if you juice, right? I mean, obviously.
No, that's not true. So let's be
You're
honest.
just drinking water or juicing.
No, that's not true. So if you just go off of just drinking juice like every day, 3 days out of the week, yeah, you're gonna lose weight. It doesn't have enough calories to sustain you. But that's not what juice is for. Juice is for cellular degeneration. That's what it's for. It's to support your cells.
Is it
from
to
being-
detox your body too, or no?
No, well, certain juices will detox you. Like
Okay.
we have detoxes.
Okay.
But those detoxes aren't built off of juice like what you're thinking. It's built off of minerals and trace minerals, and then we apply other things, right, that have a high alkaline number, like lemon or something like that, right? That's gonna help flush. But when we talk about flushing, we're talking about your large intestine, your small intestine, colon. That's all we're talking about. So once that's done, then now we have what we call a restored, canal. The gastric juices in our stomach is really the biggest thing when it comes to our immune system, and that's the most important thing. That's what a lot of people don't cover. Your microbiome is in your stomach. Your everything about you is in your stomach. I promise you.
So it's like your core is your foundation.
It's your foundation.
That's what I always say.
No, it
Your
is.
core is the
It is.
foundation.
And even on the inside, like
Yeah.
all that sits in there is just juice. It's just juice enzymes, and then you got good bacteria running through there, and then of course we get bad bacteria. But no, like you want to make sure with juice that you're getting the right amount of juice to support you when it comes to just cells. Sugar is one thing. Fructose, you probably get sweet attacks just because you're low on sugar. And that's when I was telling you about the plate. You have to have the primary source of fuel, which is glycogen. And glycogen is blood sugar, but it converts from eating carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are broken down into the body into glucose. Glucose chains are broken down from saccharides to disaccharides, and then it converts into glycogen, which is what we talk about blood sugar.
Man, you break down everything.
I know. I'm like, I need to Google some of these words.
I try my best, but no, I try to make it really simple. That's why a lot of people that have type 2 diabetes, I always tell them it's just a light switch you turned on. It's the same light switch you can turn off.
Interesting.
But that's a whole nother spiel.
I know. I feel like I want to hear about this. Like I could listen to
very
this a
interesting.
lot.
It's very interesting.
A lot longer for
No,
sure.
I mean, like, okay, so we have the holidays happening, right? So you have Thanksgiving and Christmas. And we all know within these 2 months, you gain about, 8 pounds, 10 pounds, give or take?
Yes, and it's not always
average,
because of the food, though.
No, it's not the food?
Not always. So when we look at the environment, our core temperatures are going to be a lot cooler, so we're going to be able to carry more weight because we're going to burn less calories. So what we want to do is just watch the portions again, right? Look,
But not on Thanksgiving.
But no. Well, you can eat what you want. Just watch your portions.
Just throw up. I mean, what?
Well,
I mean, I was playing. I was playing.
I was like, this is a
I just playing.
such a waste. But yeah, no,
Just kidding, y'all. Joking.
Watch the portions. In my opinion,
Yeah.
Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. Enjoy your. It's Thanksgiving, but watch the portions. Don't overindulge. You know how you pack 2 plates. You're not gonna take those home and eat them tomorrow. You may eat one and another one gets thrown in the trash. But just have a Thanksgiving like you're gonna. That's the thing with people. And I
Portion.
say this.
It's all about portion.
It's all. Well, this is the thing. We eat to live instead of living to eat.
Say that one more time.
So everything that we eat, this is just like we're eating it to live, like, right? But then some people live to eat.
Okay, that makes sense.
Y'all hear that, people? Y'all hear that?
I'm eating the food because I need it. But then some people are just, man, my life is just to live to eat all the food that I can possibly. And then that's how we become, that overweight person, that out of shape person, that deconditioned body. And then at the end of the day, when you lose confidence, everything else goes with it.
Yeah, that's true.
I had read something a
That
while
is so
back
true.
that it was like when you stop looking at food as like a pleasure or something like that and start looking at it as fuel for your
it's
body,
different.
then it changes your mindset on eating like that. So, I mean, that makes
It's
sense.
true. I mean, like if people start creating new habits or new patterns, like that. It's like 21 days. You can make or break a habit in 21 days.
Yeah.
So if you take, and you can start off slow. That's the beauty of it. Like, you don't have to like go cold turkey and like, okay, I'm gonna do this. No, just take time, take baby steps. And in your profession, in your career in health and wellness, do people take, like, people that have never like worked out, never decided to eat, healthy? Do you try to get them to change right away, like quickly, or do you kind of help them, guide them, like, hey, let's just, kind of take it step by step?
Right. Well, here's the thing. Everything is based off of that person. I always look at it like, get something that this individual can do that's easy, right? Opposed to like the thing that's like the greatest thing, but it's so complicated and hard, right? They're not gonna stick with it.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing. Like we sit down and we make realistic goals, and then we set realistic expectations. The goal is the mile marker, but the expectation is the body B, right? The best body, the bikini body, the body that, we feel comfortable in when we put the suit and tie on, right? So with that being said, it goes back to what we were talking about. Like, you have to be that how can I say, ultimate factor in where you're gonna take this thing. Whether you take it, to the next level, or you just, take it and then you don't do nothing. See, I can give you all the information, give you all the tools, right? Show you how to build a home, but it has to be something that a person, that's why I always say it's emotional. It really has to be emotional. And that's because, we all want to change and we all want to see things happen. But if it's not something that really like, it sticks, like it pricks at you, right? Then it's something that didn't happen. So when I set a person up, I set them up, I'm realistic with them, make sure that this is something that they feel like they need and they want and they can do. And then the food, see, that's the thing. Like you don't have to have bland, dry rice. Like the food we have has sauce on it. It's all natural sauce. We make it homemade. Like we don't. Get
I know.
It out
I was
the
looking at some of
can.
your pictures, and believe me, I gotta follow them on Instagram and Facebook and all social media platforms that they have. But I swear, your Instagram page, I was looking at it. I was like, dude,
It's dripping sauce through the page, right?
I'm about to.
Yeah.
I need to eat. Like I do. So one of the questions that we had asked, or that was asked right now, DJ Richie Rich, meal prep delivery.
So we do delivery. We were delivering out, in San Antonio or Bexar County, really. Now, since we have a storefront, we're only delivering within this 78229 area code, just because we're gonna try to tie into Uber Eats and DoorDash and let them kind of deal with that. But just for us, so we can kind of control and balance out the demand.
Of course. So if you want to meal prep, order online and then pick them up from the store.
That's the best bet.
Yeah. Nice.
Can you give them the address? And
Yeah, it's so if you are looking to order meal preps, or you want to come in for consultations, or just check out the place and take a picture with the cool wall, we're more than welcome to have you here. It's 78229 San Antonio, Texas, Lewis Pasture Road, 7302. Suite 103. So I think I said that backwards.
Yep.
You did say that.
7302 Lewis.
I was thinking, I was like, what did he just say?
7302. It's been a long day. I've been up since 5 a.m.
I was like, where'd you get the 636? What?
Yeah, I filled it in though. No, so
You said it with confidence.
I was supposed to.
You did. You didn't skip a
And
beat
then
on that
I
one.
was even honest. I said that all the way back.
Yeah, you're like, yeah.
1000%. No, so once again,
Because I was like, I didn't put that on my GPS. I was about to say something, but I was like, no.
how did I get here?
I was like,
Yeah, how did I get here?
today Monday, right? Shoot, this is what happens.
It's a long day. This is
long day.
This is
Starts
7
at
days
5
out.
a.m.
Yeah, but it's all worth it. But no, you guys can come out 7302, right? 7302.
Yeah.
Lewis Pasture Road, San Antonio, Texas, 78229, zip code, and it is Suite 103. Big fuel fee sign outside, and we are hiring. We need people to come in that are passionate. We need ambassadors. I mean, we're here. We're here for the city, but we can't do it all alone. We need help.
That is true. I think a lot of the stores, a lot of restaurants, a lot of local businesses, they do need help. If you have a passion for fitness, nutrition, wellness, health, come on by over here, apply, but also support local businesses. So Feed, how did you come up with the name?
Fuel Feed. Actually, I didn't come up with the name. Let's just be clear and honest.
Okay.
Another individual came up with the name at the time, and I was actually working in the gym. I had like 50 clients. I had 48, something like that. It's close to 50. But I was making food for the clients, and they're like, "Hey, man, you need to like get a name to this thing or like something." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's cool, but right now I'm like running and gunning, and I got all this going on. I'm cooking food. I ain't got time to do that." So they're like, "Well, why don't you go with this name? Sounds like a cool name." I'm like, "Cool, all right, perfect." And I just started promoting it and marketing it.
Fuel Feed.
And then we started getting stamps, and then I put the 3s in there.
Put the 3s, yeah.
I was 33 at the time.
I was wondering about that too.
Yeah, so we're 33. I was like, yeah, I'm 33. Started. All right, that makes sense. Perfect. But really, the 3s, they symbolize, and the reason why it's another 3 behind the 3 is to enforce the 3, because when you look at the Holy Trinity, not saying you got to be a Bible or biblical person, it's 3 points to it, right? And then when you look at Nikola Tesla, right, and all of his research and all of his, great inventions, it was all based off of 3s too. And if you go and you look at the pyramids and the ancient, infrastructures that are still up today, right? That were built without even no technology. They were based off of 3 points of contact, which made the best structure. And it's a triangle.
Interesting.
It's a triangle. And then
I love when people have a meaning behind their name.
I did that.
Fuel Feed 33. That's cool.
Is this in the?
Oh, that's the empowerment
The
that we
flame?
all have. Yes, absolutely. The fist. Yes.
I noticed. I kept looking at it. I was
Yeah,
like,
we made it through
that.
the fire. We made it through the rain. We've made it through a whole bunch of other stuff. But yeah, we're still here, and that's the goal. I mean, we all have it in it. Everybody's a hero. You're a hero. You're a hero. He's a hero. I mean,
Adam is a hero.
That's
Shout out to
the end of the
Adam
day.
right now. He got
Listen,
some
Adam.
guns on him too,
yeah, he
man.
does. Adam's got some big arms over there. He's eating right. He's portion control. He knows all about the portion control.
Arlene's got me down with that.
Shout out to Arlene.
Shout out to Arlene watching.
No, that's good. So you're open 7 days a week, right?
Right.
Starting what time?
So right now we're actually starting from 10:30 to 6:30, just because of not having all the employees. We can't functionally run a breakfast right now, even though we have everything for breakfast. In a couple weeks, we should be ready for breakfast, so the hours would be from 6:30 to 6:30.
Age requirement or
No, I mean we want kids to come in. We're family oriented, you know.
family oriented?
I
Okay.
just don't want people to come in and leave with a frown. I want them to leave with a smile.
Yeah.
But other than that, this is a cool place, and it's gonna get cooler and cooler by the day.
So soft opening was today.
Soft opening was today, yes.
When is grand opening?
The grand opening should be really, in my opinion, I think it's gonna be within the next 2 weeks, just because with the mayor and actually getting involved with him and his staff, like you actually have to call his secretary and then schedule a meeting with him, and then he's got to figure out what day that he actually has available that's flexible for him. So I don't want to just set a day and then it's not a day that works for him. But I'm going to just give it 2 weeks, and then hopefully, with that being said, we can kind of just get this thing really fired up, because I've been in San Antonio my whole life, and we have a lot of places that you can go eat. We have a lot of places that cater to certain things, but we're 82% obese, and I didn't know if y'all noticed that. And there's over 2 million people here, so that means there's a lot of people here that are suffering, and you don't have to suffer. You don't have to go through that no more. And you don't have to feel uncomfortable in your skin or in your clothes. This is a place that you can come to, and you can get really good food, the best juice in the city. I mean, I would say I have the best juice in San Antonio. I would say that.
Try it.
It's all natural Italian cold pressed juice. So y'all got to come out and try it. But other than that, I mean, we're gonna rock this thing out until we move on down the. I mean, we want to expand. That's our thing. We want to take this choo-choo train and going all the way down the road through little Texas.
No, I like it. I really do. And I like the fact that, we've talked and prior and, talked about incorporating some other stuff within this shop. And it's amazing to collaborate with you in the near future, but also to have you as a special guest to learn. I mean, like, this is important stuff. I mean, people, they think that they have to go to the doctors and get prescribed something, or take medication if they're feeling some type of with their wellness. And I believe natural sources would help with people. And it's so crazy because you were talking about like prescriptions and stuff like that, and it's crazy how, like, for my mom, she passed away at a young age, and she was on 23 prescription pills, and that's a lot, you know. And she had an autoimmune disease. She had lupus.
Wow.
So for her, it was just like she wanted to get off the medication, but because her body was so addicted to them, it's like it made her feel weak. But I remember her being at her best is when she was off the medication and was just naturally trying to, you know, have her body healthy. But health, and that's the reason why health for me is really important, because I don't want to see other people suffer from that. So when, you know, listening to you or other people that I know that are involved in this community, it's just amazing to see people just change lives and improve them to where they don't have to rely on the medications and are the garbage out there that people don't know, and they're taking natural, you know, vitamins, natural supplements, natural, you know, food or juicing or anything like that to clean their body or stay healthy. So you're doing an amazing thing, and especially it's located in the medical center area. So y'all gotta come by, stop by. There's a plenty of parking in the shopping center. I mean, you're right next to, what is this?
A hot yoga.
A hot yoga.
Yeah, we're actually getting an affiliation program with them.
See, and that's
we're just
another
kind of
thing.
just trying to feed some things together that work for both of us. But yeah, I think it'll work off great because we got food and we don't have anything to accelerate a person's how can I say, fitness or exercise. Yoga's really great for flexibility and stretching and just, you know, becoming just more nimble and have more dexterity in the body. I think it's a perfect setup. But yeah, no. I'm excited about this place. You know, it can do a lot. It can do a lot. It really can, especially here. You know, we really, and the kids, I mean, I would like people to actually, you know, understand the real benefits of actually getting the right source of nutrition and to see how you're performing. I would like to get an athlete to come in here and actually show him his optimal, like, you know, levels of performance by actually getting the right source of nutrition and then going and do it.
That would be dope.
That's what I'm trying to, because
Nice.
Look, I was a fourth fast in the state of Texas, and I could have easily played NFL football. I mean, anybody that knows me, they know me. I've always been a great athlete. But the point I'm making is my mom, you know, it's just me and my mom, and we didn't get to eat like that. Like, we ate, but it was like on the go, fast food. I gotta work all the time, you know, so I didn't get cold pressed juice. I didn't get, you know, 3 square full, you know, completed meals, you know, and you're an athlete. That accelerates who you are. Like, it takes you to the next level. That's how muscles recover. But yeah, I would love to just really, really take a person through a 6-week thing just to show them what their bodies can really. It's almost like taking a car and like tweaking a person's motor. You didn't know you could drive like that, did you?
I think I'm really gonna get some, like, a lot of stuff from you guys. I am, because my office is like literally just 5 minutes away from here. So
Oh, good to know.
yep,
We have to jog it over there.
yeah, I'll be jogging over there for real, shirtless too. Show that 4-pack that turns into a 6-pack.
There you go.
No more ice cream.
It's buried treasure. It's there.
Right
You
there,
just gotta
man.
go get it.
I just need to get a tan too. Should be brighter than bright. Shit. But okay, so what do we have coming up this week? This week right now, from what I know, in San Antonio, the Retama Park racetrack is now open. So the holiday festivals are officially started. The Light Park. Have you ever been out there? The Retama race.
I actually have been there, like,
during
once or
Christmas
twice.
time?
No, not during Christmas though.
So
just to
they're
watch a
open
race.
right now. So if you want to go out there, you can. You have November 13th, Fashion for Passion. You have November 14th, the Liberty Bar is going to have a Liberty Market Day. So family, dog friendly. You can have it's open to the public from noon to 4. If you're interested in becoming a vendor, then go to salocalmarket.com. So those are a few different things that are happening.
Is it Luminaria or
for
something
this week.
happening this weekend? I don't know exactly what that is, to be honest with you, but I know it has something to do with art exhibits. It's called Luminaria.
Okay, nice.
And so I saw something about that going on this weekend, which sounds cool. And Worsfest too. I know.
Yes,
what's
Worsfest.
happening this past
Worsfest
weekend and
all
next
week
weekend.
long. So if you want to, avoid driving there just solo, you want to get a group of friends, shameless plug, rent out my party buses. We have some really good rates for the week for Wars Fest. I like Wars Fest, so we're gonna go Sunday. So have you been to Wars Fest?
No.
Wars Fest is it's in New Braunfels. It's a German festival, and they have their whole like culture. I can't even say it now. Culture. No.
Culture.
Yes, and like just man, I don't know why. I guess it's getting tired now.
5 a.m.
I know, right? 5 a.m. But the food is amazing. Like the music, when I used to drink the beer and all that, it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a really great environment to be out there. Just a lot of like the music itself. Like it's just so crazy, just how they have it.
It's dope to see them, you know, doing their own, like you kind of learn a little bit about their culture and what they're into, and you see them all dressed in their outfits and doing their little dances and singing performing their songs and stuff like that. So it's cool, something different to get into.
So
happens this weekend?
I know that this weekend, and then Saturday night going to be at Hotel Discotheque. Also, there's a new nightclub that's going to be opening up on Thanksgiving Eve, which is 1902, and it's going to be downtown, the old Sunset Station, and they're going to be just to give you all the lineup. We appreciate you again being our special guest for tonight, but we do have next Monday. We will have special guest AJ Rivas, aka Jessica, with Chona E. So they're actually having their comedy show that's going to be happening. So they're going to be our special guest for next Monday. The following Monday, we have Maurice and Manny, which are the owners of 1902, and we're going to be inside 1902 nightclub.
Nice.
So we're going to get a little sneak peek before everybody else. Their grand opening is on the 24th, which they have DJ Steve, I can't even say his last name, Aoki, is that how you say it?
Oh, they have Aoki?
Yep, opening up.
I did see that. I did see that.
Yes. And then the last Monday, we will have special guest Jules. So we've been trying to see him, but he was sick. So he's all better, healthy and strong and ready. So we do have a really good lineup for this month of November. I cannot believe
it's November.
It's already going to be like less than
It's
6
about to
weeks,
be
basically.
Middle of November.
So
2022, is that what we're talking about?
22.
Yes, I'm ready for 2022.
Ready to turn this
22.
thing
I'm
down
right there
so I
with
can
you.
turn 2022 up.
I'm right
Yep.
there with you. I'm over
Yes. Oh, wow.
it. Social media?
Instagram, Fuel Feed. It's FUEL dot. You got to put the dot on the IG. F33D. And it should take you straight to us. Oops, sorry, microphone. But yeah, and then you can follow me, David McGarity, on my Facebook. And I have a whole bunch of stuff on there. How to work out, how to do crazy, forms of push-ups and different variations. And then I do a lot of nutritional spills too, though.
There you go.
Nice.
Y'all can check
All right,
that
and
out.
of course,
Good stuff.
for me on Instagram, it's official MikeAnthony.Torres and Facebook Mike Anthony Torres, and that's the only two social media platforms that I have on a personal. But when it comes to with our business, Late Nights TV on Instagram, our YouTube channel, of course, Late Nights with All Access, Facebook, you're watching us, and All Access Promotions Entertainment on Facebook, and All Access MA on Instagram.
Yep, and I am Natalie Charlene on Facebook, Nat Boogie spelled with no E on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Please slide in those DMs, holla at me. But yeah, thank you so much for having us. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much
y'all.
for being
Thank
on the
y'all for
show.
showing
Make sure
up.
to come check out Fuel Feed right here, 7302 Lewis Pasture, right? Man, I got to memorize.
Smack
Damn.
Dang, hold up. Over here in Medical Center, please make sure to come through, get your nutrition fix, and learn some things about how to make your body do what it's supposed to do and feel better about yourself, not just on the outside, but on the inside as well. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you watching every Monday night. It's Late Nights with All Access with myself and Mike Anthony. Guys, I hope y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all next Monday at 10:30 p.m. Oh, and thank you, Adam, to our producer. He's awesome. Have a good night, guys. Peace.
I got all these diamonds dancing on my neck. You clap it the best, got me so impressed. And all these diamonds, they look like baguettes. I pull up on next, I got it the best, yeah.